And it started.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Three Galaxies CNS. I am, as most of the time, the GM, Luca. Today we have Eyes, as Yuki with us.
Hello.
We have Graham, Spector's player. My brain is working, I swear, people. We have Graham's player, Walt.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep. And we have Arrow here. I swear to God, my brain.
What was it? Cameron something?
Cameron Howell. Cameron.
Call sign error.
Cameron. Open parenthesis. Open quotation marks.
Call
Arrow.
sign arrow.
Close quotation marks.
Roger that.
And when we last left off, the gang had finally finished off the first test that they'd been assigned with colors, maybe not flying colors, but they passed it with colors at least. During the test, an unfortunate incident did happen where one of the people that was playing the part of the opposing force was rather badly injured. The staff sergeant that was in charge of that took some offense to that, as Arrow had been the one to cause said injury in his eyes. However, when called to the commander's office to speak about that, the commander did say that it was just a rash of bad luck from what he had reviewed, and while the person was badly wounded, he was still alive and had the potential to recover some. And with that, the commander sent everyone off to the ship again, and everyone had departed for the next testing point, during which Yuki had a lovely attempt at cracking open a safe and cracking open a speaker.
Stupid speaker, and it's clicking.
And after repairing that, at least I believe this happened before that, it might have been after, but Graham went into the engineering computers again to attempt to communicate with the AI that is on board their ship. He was not successful in that, however, he did glimpse what appeared to be the AI above the normal simulated landscape that he projected thanks to his
Machine Ghost?
Magic power thing of brain. Yes. The psionics, yes.
The computer is watching you.
Big Brother is watching. Don't worry, he enjoys it.
It's double good.
Anyway. All right. So, let us begin then. We will start in with a question. Has anyone thought of anything they wish to do or converse during the 24-hour period before you arrive at the station? If you've thought of anything new you wish your character to do. Because if not, I will just jump straight into y'all arriving at the station.
I'm writing you up a slight PM, just something offline, just some little thing I'd like to request. But other than that, no other
All right.
RPs.
All right. Eyes?
Nothing new.
All right. Does Graham have anything?
Nothing in particular I can think of. He'd pretty much be at his station trying to make sure nothing goes boom.
This is good. I like this.
Things not going boom tends to be a very good thing when aboard a spaceship. Because when things go boom, well, if it's bad enough on a planet for something to go boom, it's really bad when you're in the vacuum of space.
He knows this well scarily enough.
All right. Well, in that case, the computer blinks, because I'm assuming Arrow is at his station, yes?
Of course. Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
saying calling me sir won't get you any bonuses to your rolls. I'm sorry, but yes, your computer console is beginning to blink with a countdown for FTL exit.
Okay, I get on the old PA and say, okay, crew, coming up on FTL exit. Get hot.
And you hear the sounds of Avani snoring through the bulkhead door.
Somebody wake him up. Somebody
Well,
wake up Hicks. Somebody wake up Hicks.
I think you're actually the closest person to him.
Well, that would depend on where Yuki is currently.
I am at my station.
Okay. Well, if everyone else is ready, then everyone's at their station where they need to be. Could I have a piloting check, perhaps, from you, Mr. Arrow?
Of course.
Do not roll horrible again, please.
Sorry, can't control. But I am pretty darn good at what I do. 72. That's under by 8. If I recall.
Okay. You make the transition back into normal space. I'm still not sure how we're going to describe FTL, so let's go with the classic. The blur of stars settling in from the lines that they appear to be back into singular points of little glistening multicolored gem light against the backdrop of space.
You could always go with the Star Trek like flowing plasma look.
Yeah. Well, I'm still not sure how I want to describe it, quite frankly. But
Theater of the mind, different for
Theater of the mind. You exit FTL, and you're at the very edge of the station of the system. And floating out a little bit ahead of you is one of the ubiquitous relay beacons and routing beacons that they have. And after probably about 5 seconds, Yuki, your console begins to blink with an incoming message.
Okay, I go and I answer said incoming message.
In the meantime, I'll be doing a quick
Can I have... I'm sorry?
No, let her do her thing.
Could I have a roll, please? Perfect.
Wow. Okay.
I
think that's so.
Yeah. I'm just going to stare at that amazingly good success for a moment before continuing. Wow, that is a low number. All right, well, the comm crackles to life. This is testing hub XS67 to vessel. Identify yourself, please.
This is... Oh, no, I forgot the name of our ship.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
This is OB1.
Luca.
I don't remember.
Luca, no. Okay.
Sorry, bad pun.
No, a very good one.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, here's the thing. That was the pun when I named the ship. I was waiting for that.
Okay. Well done.
Right.
Well done, sir. Well done.
It took me like 5 sessions to actually get that. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, testing vessel KOB1. Oh, okay. Yes, you're scheduled for coming in around now. Proceed along waypoint Blue Alpha 3 to docking station. Then the commander will wish to speak to you briefly while supplies are unloaded and simulation is loaded onto your computer.
Okay, we need to go Blue Alpha 1 arrow to our...
Roger that. Blue Alpha 1 laying in course. In the meantime, while that was going on, I was taking a quick sensor sweep of the area just to be sure of, not wanting to run into large floating rocks or other ships.
Okay, in that case, you have a sensor use skill?
I have a sensor ops 46. I do believe that is well. Sensors 50%. Ugh, gonna have to work on that.
Okay, so you're right on it. And the sensors show that you are in a fairly normal solar system. 5 planets, a yellow star. That it really nothing really out of the ordinary here. 3 rocky planets closer to the sun, a small asteroid belt, and 2 larger gas giants at the edge. Nothing really in your way or in your path to the station, which is set right at the edge of the system in orbit around one of the gas giants.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, Yuki, pass on our compliments and acknowledgement. Driving down a quiet country street.
Nice, quiet country street. No stress. I mean, you're following the traffic laws and regulations. You don't think there's a speed trap ahead or anything like that.
I've got my seatbelts on. Yuki, you got your seatbelt on?
You've got...
What's a seatbelt?
Oh, anyway.
Avani is in the back in the child seat because he's sleeping. That sort of thing. So you come up to the station, and it's basically a carbon copy of the previous station. It's got the one circular section with a long docking section extending below it with sensors on top of the circular section and a couple weapon mounts. And you slide up to the docking bay, and the umbilical descends and attaches, and you hear the pressurizing... Standard procedure. You hear the pressurizing of air on the other side as it equalizes, and the light on the airlock door goes from red to green.
Okay, let's see what the good folks of the training cell have for us today.
All right, one moment. Sorry, I just got a message from Makaze. I'm seeing if he's still going to be able to join us. One moment, guys. But while we're waiting for that response, we can continue. A few minutes later, there is the knocking on the door, on the airlock door.
Oh, yep. I'll probably be there to greet him.
I'll be with Arrow.
Okay.
And on the other side, there is a very large, smiling MP, close-shaved head, blonde as blonde as, hay.
Yuminy. It's okay.
And he looks down and smiles. Ah, hello. Yes, you must be the new cadets. Yes, come with me. Commander wishes to speak with you. Make sure everything is good before we go. Come. And he, gives an enthusiastic smack on the back of Arrow's back.
Friendly MP. I'm immediately suspicious.
I go and I whisper to Arrow to check his pocket.
Give her a sidelong glance. We'll make sure someone's, I think, what's his name? I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. Is in charge of the ship.
Avani,
yep.
You hear some mumbling from his mouth. I don't want to ride the pony, Mommy.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll secure the ship then.
Do not worry. It's already secure. It's docked. You come. Commander wants to see you.
What's your name, sir?
Come here.
My name, Ivanovich.
Ivanovich.
Yep.
Yes. Chief Master Sergeant Ivanovich.
Chief Master Sergeant, pleasure. On our way.
And he rather enthusiastically begins to lead you again along the same sort of route with the same sort of tiles and everything. Quite literally as if someone had just copy pasted the previous training station over here. And as he goes, as he goes along, he's regaling you with, oh yes, I remember when I was cadet. Oh, they had us do so many crazy things. I remember my training, and on and on and on the entire time. The man doesn't seem to know what breathing is with how much he's
Graham
speaking
loves
to
this.
you.
Graham is paying riveted attention to this guy.
This is welcome change, and Arrow is an equally personable fellow, so yes.
And he keeps leading you along, and you reach the outside door.
Smile.
And then I told her, no, it's not my mother, it's my dog. Huh? I had to strangle him for that one, though.
I start to off as I'm walking.
No, friend, you're going to, you almost hit your head on pole. Is she all right? As you're standing
She'll
outside
be
the
fine.
commander's door.
Yes.
Oh, okay, don't worry. I'll let you in to see commander. And he hits he taps his ID against the thing, and before it really even opens all the way, he pokes his head in through the opening bulkhead door. Commander, the cadets are here to see you. Yes, let me at them. And from inside, you hear a almost too cheery voice. Really? Wait, I thought there was supposed to be 4 of them. No, only 3. The 4th one is back on ship. Said something about horses. I don't know. Horses? Well, that's a little bit odd, isn't it? I didn't think we had any equines in this training group. Well, I know, but that was what was said. Yes, you 3, go in. Go. And he starts, using his hand to guide you all into the room.
Yes, all good.
And once everyone is in, the inside of this commander's office is, well, whereas Commander Holloway's quarters have been very Spartan, very, very military order, very everything in the proper spot, all of that. It looks like you just stepped into the middle of an accident between a paper-making factory and a mine explosion. There are books and papers piled up everywhere. The chairs that are in front of the desk, the 2 chairs that are in front of the desk are piled high with reports and clipboards, and you think you see a mess hall tray there mixed in there too. And there are a couple potted plants. One of them has obviously been dead for at least a year, judging from how it's crumbling, when you look at it. The other one appears to feed off the death of its comrade there, and has vines trailing up into the ceiling. And you swear as you're watching, you see it actually start to force open a ceiling panel. And there, sitting down at the desk, is a smiling Noro female. And she seems to be fairly well kept, in spite of the chaos around her, as she picks up a little teacup and takes a sip from it before setting it back down in front of her. And she gives one of those slightly disturbing, broad, too wide smiles that are characteristic of the Noro race. And she stands up and places her hands on the desktop, causing a small avalanche of papers as a result. Yes, hello. You must be the 3 training students I was told to expect.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. You're a little bit late, but I heard about the slight problems that you had getting here. Is everything well? Is everyone fine?
Quite well, ma'am. We've left one of our colleagues back on the ship. He's feeling a little under the weather today.
Oh, that's horrible! Would you like me to have the station medic go have a look at him?
I believe he's fine for now, ma'am, but we'll keep that in mind.
Oh, very good, very good. We wouldn't want you all to be getting sick. After all, you are the future of the Consortium Navy, and we all know how very badly these diseases can go off in a enclosed environment of a ship or a station. But I expect you're rather eager to begin your training, though. I have my quartermaster. He's restocking your water and other such supplies on your ship as we speak. Do you wish anything else from the company stores?
I need some more of the boarding gel, please.
Boarding gel? What would you have used the boarding gel for?
Well, to board other ships, of course, ma'am.
Of course, silly me! And she takes another sip of her tea.
You have to wonder what's in said tea, but oh well. No, ma'am, I've already transmitted my request forward to you. But
yes, I see that. I'll have our mechanic see if he has any of those spare. But yes, the boarding gel should be fairly easy to do, at least for the simulated version. Let's us see. Anything else? Yes, we did receive a communique from Commander Holloway. Lovely gentleman. He's horrible, though, at cards. I swear, I won 3 months' pay off of him last time we met. But yes, he sent a message for you, Cadet Howell. He wished to inform you that the gentleman you were involved with an accident with, it seems, he's fully recovered and, well, not fully recovered according to this, but he's recovered well and is on his way back to, insert name of the planet that
Raj
came. Yeah.
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you. That is a great relief to me.
Good. Now, is there anything else that I can do for you before you begin your training? It will take about an hour to for all the data to be uploaded to your ship so that you can, for the simulation to work.
Information that you may give us about said simulation.
Oh no, I don't even know which what test you're getting until it's fully been uploaded and begun. After all, we wouldn't want anyone to start to cheat now, would we? She takes another sip of the tea.
Mm-hmm. Of course not, ma'am. I'm unfamiliar with these style of stations. Is there a public area, a commissary sort of thing?
Oh yes, it's 2 decks up. Though whatever you do, don't try the chef's pudding. Last time I had it, it crawled back out of my throat. At least I think he said it pudding. It might have been poodle. I'm not sure.
Very good, ma'am.
But yes, it's 2 decks up. I'll give you temporary authorization to go there. And she shuffles some papers and tablets around, and the expected clattering, and oh god, there's a tectonic shift.
Yeah.
She taps a few buttons on her desk computer and looks up at you and smiles again, that 2-eyed smile. Oh yes, there we go. You are all authorized now, at least for the next 2 hours, to go up there. Though I do say that it should only take another hour before everything to be refueled and the data to be sent onto your ship.
Very well. Thank you, ma'am. Just a little bit of, as you can tell, we had an interesting encounter at the last one.
Yes, I'm sure. I'll get all the details from him when we speak next. And she goes to take another sip of tea, looks at it, moves over to the dead plant and pours the tea into it. And, well, it turns out that's not a plant. That was the tail of some sort of lizard creature, as it pokes its head up and makes little gulping motions as it drinks down the tea. Oh, don't worry. Horatio here never would hurt anyone except for a fly.
What is it?
Oh, Horatio is a frilled dirt lizard from the planet Ultras 4. A beautiful little species. Their tails act as little decoys to draw in some of the arthropods there that scuttle across the surface of their planet. And they eat them. Oh, it's so lovely watching them eat. They crunch the things in half with just one bite of their jaws when they're full grown.
Sounds amazing. I think I've lost my appetite though.
Are you sure? I heard the chef has some... Oh, wait, no, that's right. He said he's trying the pudding again tonight.
Quite.
But yes, you are free to leave now, cadets, if you wish.
Thank you.
Of course, if you wish to stay and watch, he is getting close to Horatio's feeding time.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure you have much to do, and we too also had to prepare for our next session.
She nods and smiles. Oh, of course. But go on then, enjoy yourselves for the hour you have before you begin. And she's dismissed you at this point, and she walks over to her desk again, opens up a drawer, and as the bulkhead door starts to close, you hear like this noise coming from the drawer as she pulls out something with a few too many tentacles than you're comfortable with, and starts walking back towards Horatio.
Okay. Feeding time.
To everyone who's there, I think I'll head back to the ship. I'll monitor, or more or less keep a nominal eye on the comms. I know I'm not a comms officer, but I can keep an eye on them. It didn't look like Avani was very attentive. It's always good to have some eyes on things.
Yes. Well, it'd be good to go over the refit anyways and resupply.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I'll keep you praised if you want to go get something to eat.
Yeah, it would be nice to probably get off something better than field rations. Let's see if we can... I'll see what we can get in a doggy bag, in a takeout container.
Well, personally, I've literally lived off field rations for as long as I can remember, so that's no problem for me. But anyway.
Well, then you're much in need of some replacements. Okay, but first off, we'll head back to the ship and let's see what we're up to on that.
Okay.
Well, so you go back towards the ship?
Yeah, well, I presume we all have communicators, so yeah, if I'm heading back, I don't know about, you can't speak for Yuki.
Yeah, so whatever y'all wish to do. You do have authorization to go to the canteen, rec room area that they have up 2 decks above, and you obviously have authorization to go back to your ship. And
yeah, I was actually looking for the PX, like the exchange, like a little shopping kit shop or something like that, but that's fine too. Yeah, I'm going to head back and see what's going on.
Okay. Then in that case, I will start with you and Graham. Is Graham heading back to the ship as well? I believe you said that he was.
Yeah. The plan is that even if Arrow leaves, he's going to more or less watch the comms, watch the ship, and keep them appraised of what's going on.
Okay. Well, you get back to the docking umbilical that leads into the ship, and everything seems to be fine. You see one guy moving in on a grav lift. He's moving some supplies in. The water line seems to be connected properly. The data lines seem to be fine. Right? Ship seems okay. I mean, everything there seems fine.
Roger. Where's Yuki?
Yes. Let us switch now over to Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, first off, I'd like to slip away unnoticed. And
yes. That will require a dice roll, yes.
Mm-hmm. And, okay.
Aha,
and
you succeed.
Yuki, you can... Okay, I guess she's gone off too. Take care of things.
Almost as if, coincidence seems to be trying to help you. You see that earlier loud, rather gregarious and MP come out and block line of sight to where you were at, just perfectly long enough for you to slip away unnoticed.
Awesome. I'd like to go around the station as much unnoticed as possible to check out the general situation and what's going on, and I'd like to listen for any rumors.
Okay. Well, the general state of the station seems to be surprisingly well run, considering the chaotic nature of the commanding officer. Everyone seemed... sorry?
Do you need me to roll my intelligence check for this?
That would probably be a good idea. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh my god.
Holy God. Okay. You know everyone's social security number now? Madre de Dios. Well, you know everything is... Quite literally, the station seems to be very well run. Surprisingly enough, again, given the nature of the station's commander. Morale seems to be excellent. Everyone's, smiling. Well, maybe not smiling, but everyone is, seems to be in good spirits. As far as rumors go, there's the normal station rumors of, yeah, I heard that, Greg and Stacy were shacking up. Well, how do they do that? I mean, how do they get the tentacles to... I don't know. I wasn't peeking in on them.
In particular, I'm trying to listen to anything about certain rifters. About anyone spotting certain lines or anything like that.
The closest that there would be to that at this station would be there's a Wolfen tech, and he is working with another station occupant. Looks to be a human male. The only thing that's weird about him is that he has hot pink skin. They're talking back and forth, and Wolfen's talking about the last time he had shore leave. And he's going, yeah, I mean, they had these giant lines just going across the planet, and they intersected, and things would just come out of them. I mean, it was great hunting, though. I mean, you couldn't ask. We saw this one thing. It was huge. It looked like a Silja, but it took roids, Yeah, I heard things like that. Yeah, I mean, really though? They just portals open? Are you sure you weren't, I know you like to drink a little bit on your off time. I wasn't drunk right then when it happened, believe me. They had these guides with them, what'd they call them? Yeah, the hunting people, they employ shifters, I think they called them, something like that. And, yeah, they were real weird people. I mean... they'll wiggle their fingers and, ooh, suddenly this portal would open up and, some animals would run out and we'd go in hunting. But, yeah, it was kind of weird. But, yeah, I'm telling you, I wasn't drunk right then. I only got drunk after we did the hunting. Are you sure about that one? Yeah, I'm sure about that one. Well, you think I'm lying, do you now? I've seen how you play cards. I know you're not lying. And... that the conversation descends into, them variously talking about, oh, yeah, oh, you think I gotta tell? Oh, yeah, normal macho work talk.
At that point.
Okay, where are you headed?
Well, I'm kind of been walking around aimlessly at this point, just kind of listening. So.
Okay. Give me one moment.
You can go on to someone else if you'd like.
Okay. Let's see. Let's switch over to Graham and Arrow.
Okay.
You're both still at the ship. Is there anything you wish to do there at the moment?
Here's a question. Is there mail coming in, like messages from home sort of thing? Just check.
There is.
Oh.
And in fact...
Oh, I've triggered a plot point here, I think.
No, I would never just randomly trigger a plot point on you just from an innocuous
You were a little too
question.
prepared for
No. As a matter of fact, there is mail, and there is a except, on the communication console, there is a little blinking light going off, and it, accept mail dump, basically, with a yes and no button.
Sure.
Do you have a communication skill?
Okay. Great. Our switchboard.
Look. These touchpad systems are very delicate.
Very delicate. Okay. Well.
If you touch it wrong, you'll hurt its feeling.
Well, you know what? Since I don't have the communication skill, what the heck? We'll just. And if it is,
What about radio?
then we'll just. All right, wait a minute. Whoa. Oh yeah, duh. Radio basic. There it is.
Okay,
that
give that a roll.
Or computer ops, or
Either computer ops or radio basic, whichever you would feel would be more. Because this is literally just you're clicking a button and doing a few prompts.
What was that? Delete all?
Don't you dare! You're ruining my communications console.
I'm with him.
How
Reconfigure boards?
How bad a failure was that, out of curiosity?
That was 65 is my base skill, so
24 off. Okay.
Well,
yeah, but it was
I'm
a
with them.
routine.
Could I
task.
possibly be like, no, don't do this?
It was a routine task. So, but
It
anyways,
was a routine task, so the failure isn't that bad. Basically, what you did is you just CC'd everyone else's mail on the ship, so everyone gets a copy of the letters that were sent. And Graham, your little personal computer starts to blink.
Okay.
Arrow, yours starts to blink. You hear a faint buzzing from over by Avani's bunk, followed by a frustrated "Shut up!" As the sleepy shut up, and you hear something get smacked, and the buzzing stops.
Okay.
So, do you wish to further investigate that now?
Yeah,
the
sure. What
letters?
the heck? Sure.
Well,
just build up
He
the
doesn't
old.
know that he all CC'd, so he's going to go to the engineering compartment and open it there.
Okay. Well, interesting. You have, look like you have a copy of Avani's and Arrow's letter, too. That's kind of weird.
Without reading them, he's going to delete them.
Okay. Honest. Very good.
Mhm.
Are you going to open your letter?
I got
No.
one? Okay.
Yes, you did.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he'll open his letter.
It is a letter from your sister. It is written in Traveler,
Okay.
and it's just a basic update. It's hey, things are going well. I got into I had to kick a few patrons out of the bar the other day. Had to break one guy's arm off. Don't worry, it was a really bad cybernetic one, so it wasn't really I didn't really break his arm off. How are you doing? That sort of thing. Got a communication from one of your old friends from XYZ and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah.
It's just your basic keeping in touch letter.
And he'll immediately write like a decent response. Of course, he won't give like essential stuff like location or basically he's trying to keep it as non-censorable as possible.
Oh, don't worry, they'll still look at it.
No, but what I'm trying to get at is so they don't have to take anything out. He's trying to be polite.
All right.
For the censors.
Nope, that's fine. So you do that, and that'll take you a while to read and write that out. Arrow!
Hi.
Are you going to check your mail right now?
Sure. Plop down with the old pad in the bunk area and bloop. Anyone, if I see that I've CC'd everyone, it's going to be like, dope. Delete, and just hit mine.
It's a video message.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
from your mother.
Oh. Press play. After a sigh, press play.
Oh, hello, Cameron. How are you doing, darling? Well, and it begins a long. You look down at the video timer, and it is 90 minutes.
The little red progress bar has only just moved.
Yeah, you're seeing like the little, slightly lighter gray buffering thing as it goes along. And
Okay.
the first, how long will you watch this? Will you try to watch this all the way through, or?
I'll try to watch it, but eventually the board. And then at the yacht club, well, you wouldn't believe what happened.
That's about the first 30 minutes of that. Mixed in with little snide remarks about, oh, but I know that you're over there slumming it and over there with those Navy people.
Yeah, just when you get to a video where you just want to watch it, but it's getting a little boring parts, so you just kind of tap ahead a few minutes.
And then she went and said that her thoroughbred husband was having trouble with problems in bed.
Skip.
And then she said to me, oh!
Skip.
And your father, I swear your father is going to have a conniption if he hears another thing about you in the Navy. Oh! And continues on, and the last 5 minutes are a very long-winded, I had snookums, I will send you that sort of thing.
Okay. Great. Just great. Okay, you know what? I'm going to reply. At some point, I'll record a reply and fire it back, but put that in with all the other, with the rest of them.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get more memory pretty soon here.
Yes,
that was a short one.
It was a short one. All right, and we switch over to Yuki.
Okay.
Ah, yes, Cadet, there you are. Our sensors were showing that there was someone that was not where they were supposed. That's very naughty of you. And he shakes one of those big, meaty fingers at you.
And I go towards him. Well, I can also be very naughty in other ways, and I wink.
And he just his finger stops mid-motion. And he blinks at you. Wait, what do you... Oh, you are referring to yes. Ugh, this trade language is horrible for me. Yeah. You're referring to what is called bouncy? Well, it's normally not allowed. I mean, you cadet and limited time. Olaf would probably have my head. Well, then again, he did say we should probably see other people sometime because of distance from station. You know, I have 5-minute break coming up. Does that sound good?
I'll just be over here. I point to another alpha area place.
Cadet, that is reactor chamber.
Yes, is there a problem with it?
Well, yes, if we step into a reactor chamber and remove clothing for bouncy, then we will be turned into dust.
Oh, well, what about over there? And I point to another place.
Hold on. Cadet, that is hydroponics.
Oh, well, where's your chamber, then?
Oh, it's 3 levels up. Come, I show you.
I go with you.
And he leads you to the elevator. He taps the thing on that to the destination and starts to go up. And he leads you around towards his chamber, which he taps his ID to it, and it opens up. And Are you doing anything while you're being sent up and all of that?
I'm gonna pick his pocket.
Okay, give me a roll for it.
Hold on. 55. Come on, rolls to be good to me. Nope.
He jumps a little bit as he feels your hand go into his pocket and goes, I'm not out in corridor! No! 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 It's not time for bouncy in corridor! No! We wait until we get to the
Oh, well,
And-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he starts muttering something in some language that you can't.
I have a universal translator.
I swear to God, I did not know that the women over here would be so. I swear, they must put something in the air conditioner. Oy. And-
So where are you from?
Oh, me? I'm from Seti Alpha 4. Very, very nice planet. We grow many good crops there.
I see. And why did you join?
Well, after Mother had, I was oldest. I'm oldest, as you're walking towards the school quarters. I'm the oldest of 13. Mother really couldn't afford to feed us all, so I went off to join.
I see. And maybe this isn't such a good idea after all.
Are you sure, Cadet? The bunk should still be hot. The meter just got off his shift, so the bunk should still be warm.
I'll just go back to the ship. Maybe some other time.
You sure? Well, okay, Cadet. That's fine. That's fine. Come. I take you back to elevator at least. Yes.
Sure.
And he escorts you back to the elevator, like a perfectly fine, happy gentleman, and taps the thing back to the docking level, and like yes. If you change your mind, don't worry. Come see me. I'm always good for bouncy. Yes.
Well, thank you. And by the way, I'm gonna make sure like my arms around him and stuff when we enter the ship, so that everyone else can see it.
Oh, so you're going back to the ship with okay.
Okay.
With love.
Arrow. If you hear Arrow and the.
I'm still reading my letter, listening to my letter.
And then she found this Russian brute. Sorry. But you hear someone come on the ship. I would assume you both did because you're at dock. The bulkhead doors are probably open.
Probably.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for the escort.
It's no problem at all. It's always nice to walk around with other person. Yes. Especially, do not worry. Again, if you change your mind about the bouncy, let me know. I have break coming up soon.
Yes, of course.
And he smiles, gives a little wave, leaves.
Well, this is all gone. Arrow's face is gone from, it's Yuki. It's to a bouncy. No. Back to the letter.
And then they got a bouncy house for their children.
Who touched my command console? Why is this?
Yeah, everything got set back to default.
I look up from it. I look around. Who touched this?
I'm not there.
I look at Avani.
He's asleep in his bunk.
I quickly log into my thing and see if any of my messages have been read or anything that I've been sending.
Your messages have been sent. The tag on it indicates that it should have reached the recipient by now. No response to that, but you do have 3 copy. Wow. Huh. Yeah, you've got some of Arrow's and Graham's and Avani's mail.
Okay, I'll just set those off into another folder for the future.
Ah, the blackmail folder. Good to know.
Nothing there to blackmail, but okay.
But okay. Anything else?
Then I'm gonna go find who was touching my machine to go chew them out. First, I go to Graham.
Do, 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 do.
Hey, Graham.
Graham's in engineering, and he's probably busy writing a response to his mail.
Graham, you didn't happen
Yes.
to see who touched my communications console, did you?
No, I was walking around doing inspection of the ship. Then I got a message that strangely I got everyone's messages. I deleted those, so don't worry. But I got everyone's, including mine. So
Right.
yeah, just be aware of that. If you received mine, would you mind deleting it? I mean, I don't know.
Yes, of course I'll delete it.
And they'll be like, yeah, but I don't know. I just know that the messages all just went out.
Strange.
And it sort of shrugs and like, that's it. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Hey, I'm just wondering, can you tell me more about that silver in your eye? Like, you said you were changing before. What are you changing into?
I am becoming a Petit Ennead, which roughly translates as a spirit machine.
Spirit machine.
Yes.
Is that a normal thing of the three galaxies? I'm kind of new here, so.
Well, you have me at a disadvantage because I'm relatively new to the three galaxies myself. I was more or less raised here, but it's not my native culture, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how normal it is. The closest thing that I am aware of to it is what you guys refer to as AIs, but it is not an AI.
wait, are you not human?
Well, that's sort of a mixed question. You see, I am, at the moment, probably a mixture of three different races.
Genetic engineering?
No. I am bonded with a parity.
Oh yeah, the thing on your back.
Yes, that is. I'm highly honored that Dev chose me to live out my life with. But on the other hand, I am human, but I am of a human genetic variation, as I am aware that. This is the theory anyway. There's the reason why I am able to survive the transformation, as it were.
So were you just born that way, or did something happen?
He looks genuinely. You ever see a person who's had a traumatic experience and they've suddenly something just brought it back up again? It's that kind of look in his eyes where he goes,
Are you okay?
A thing happened when I was young, and people died, and
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
not pretty. But the transformation, or as it were, what is happening is non-reversible and cannot be stopped. It is a permanent commitment, however willing or unwilling it is. That is as I understand it.
Will this transformation, how will it affect all of those around you? Will you just change yourself, or Will you just go crazy or like?
It's myself. It's. Let me explain this. The theory goes, and there's not much known about this, and what I've been told, and I can only tell you so much. And I'm supposed to sort of keep it on the down low, but secrets were never my bit. Point being that my more or less body is being, I guess you could, is being more or less technologically, a combination of technologically or maybe alchemically, I don't know how you want to put it, transformed into I guess you would call it a cyborg, though we know them as spirit machines. Again, you guys have different concepts of what this stuff is.
By the way, in his middle of talking there, I kind of get bored and I wander off.
Okay, see ya. I'll go back to writing. Sorry.
Okay, then.
Sorry, that's really him, though. He's not the best at articulating, especially things he's nervous about. I don't mean to go on rambling.
Well, it's fine. Yuki, remember yeah. Well, yeah, communications. Arrow, senpai.
I've got the earphones in. I'm listening very intently to the letter.
And then at the annual baking festival.
Hey, senpai. I poke his back.
Hi.
Do you know who touched my communications console?
It's probably me.
My eyes narrow. You reset everything.
Did I? His eyes to get a little shifty himself. Didn't know that. Sorry.
What are you watching?
Letters from home.
I go and I look at the screen.
Okay, there is a, well,
gray-haired, matronly woman in pearls and typical.
with like a pink, suit jacket on and that sort of thing.
Sort of the Connecticut socialite.
Standing there, and her mouth is moving, and from the little disconnected earbud, you're hearing this voice going.
Right, is that your grandma or your mother?
Mother.
Mother.
Yes. Yuki. I think I've got a surprise for you. I'm hoping it's on. Is it on board now, GM? I'll check the inventory. I'll go.
Why, yes.
Aha! I've got a surprise for you. I'm very sorry about the comms panel. Just hit the button and it reset. I'm not so good with the inner systems.
My eyes light up and I totally forget.
Okay, and I go down to the cargo bay where there's some gear loaded up and try to look for said package.
Okay, well, there is a traditional sort of military box there, for lack of a better term. Plastic. They pump them out by the millions in factories, and it's sitting there, and it's got a little slip of paper written on it. Cadet Howell. Requisition number. Blah 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 blah.
Okay. I'm hoping this helps you out in the long flights. Please open it.
Oh, okay. I go and I open it.
Inside is a bunch of what at first glance is just a bunch of metal, but You look at it, and it's a bunch of locks of various types. Some of the more traditional sort of padlock, some of them little combination locks. There's one of those sort of locks that you would get from like a 25-cent machine that's, looks like a heart. There's one really battered, sort of cracked screen electronic lock in there too.
My eyes light up, and with it still in my hand, I go and I hug him without even anything. Thank you.
Just concentrate on these and not the locks to the weapons vault, please.
Thank you, senpai.
Not a problem.
I'm still
again.
hugging you.
Can I go now? Okay. Just okay.
Yeah, how tall are you?
He's about 5'8"-ish.
I think I'm at. How tall am I? Hold on. I have it written down somewhere.
I don't. I have no idea. I never
Be
worked
right
it
back,
out.
phone call, guys.
I'm 5'9", so.
I have no idea. I never actually stopped to work that out. But
Okay. Hey, I just have to make sure I'm not smothering you.
probably is with your strength. But okay, just Yuki. You can let go now.
I'm sorry about the rambling. I was just trying to play him.
No, you were playing him, and I was.
No, excellent.
No, that's fine. That's fine, dude.
Yeah, okay.
That's
That's
excellent.
fine. That you're playing your character. That's what I want to. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so your hour's up, and you're getting the green lights across the board, and
Okay.
Arrow, you get a message onto the command console.
Okay.
If you glance over there or something, saying that departure ready.
Okay. Excellent. Hopefully, we'll have our briefing orders fairly soon. And
So we pull out, I guess?
no, depends on what the orders say.
Yep. All right. So, are you going to open the orders?
First off, is there any notes on, what's the word? Commander's eyes only, or sort of thing?
No, there is not.
No special instructions as to orders to open only once it's space or something like that.
Negative.
Okay, so no, we'll gather the crew around and we'll open up we'll seal the ship and we'll look and see what we got.
Okay. Well, the simulation starts to kick in at once, and on the central view screen, the briefing begins. And it would seem that for this test, what you are to do is perform a standard planetary and spatial survey of what is being simulated as a unknown system. And it lists, it basically lists off the planets that the system coordinates that you're going to be at, and you're going to go to a waypoint, and you will simulate from that entering the system to survey.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, that's really all that's there. Just survey the system.
System.
The entire briefing is maybe 3 paragraphs. And most of that, the only reason it's that long is that a lot of it is written in, standard military ease.
Mm-hmm.
But the mission is very simple. You go to waypoint and you enter in as if it was a normal surveying mission. Your vessel will be a simulated Scimitar class vessel, Scimitar class destroyer, and that's really it. The briefing is very sparse. The only information you have is that long-range scans indicate that it looks pretty much just like the system you're in now. So, yellow star, 5 planets, 3 rocky inner planets, An asteroid belt and two gas giants at the very edge.
Seems like a survey has already been done, but
No, this is the more in-depth survey.
they
As
want
opposed
specific. Okay.
Does it require a land, as in us actually landing there? Is that part of
Negative.
So just
Okay.
scanning and stuff.
So
your
for-
job is to do a spatial scan. Is to scan the planets for any anomalies, scan the space area for any anomalies, maybe get some topographical information of the rocky planets.
Are we playing Mass Effect now?
Yes, you are. When you see the little blinky thing get really bright, you're supposed to hit the A button, and it shoots a probe. And yeah,
Okay. So we're to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations.
exactly. And maybe that's
So,
where the complications will come in. You don't know.
so my first question, I guess, through Yuki is, or not Yuki, Makaze, our science dude, what the standard survey actually does entail and how much leeway we have if anything does come up.
Well, Avani had been managed to be roused from the from his bunk finally. And, he's rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. Running a hand through his hair. He's got a steaming cup of coffee in one hand. Oh, well, standard scanning is we just use the sensors. We look at. Oh God, this coffee is crap. Ugh. We just scan the planets, do a couple orbits of each one, scan them, see if there's anything unusual on sensors from in space, scan that, scan the sun, and we catalog it. If there's any anomalies, give a tighter scan of those, and go on.
Right. Presumably landings are at...
Landings
CO's
are at
discretion?
commander's discretion. I mean, the only time you'd be required would be, we get a distress signal or something, or we see somebody in danger, something like that.
Raj.
No, I want to go back to sleep.
Yeah, rack out. You look awful, buddy. Oh,
Yeah, I got a bug from. Ugh.
Well, I
heard your, this really annoying lady and some Russian dude. Ugh.
Take your space penicillin and do your thing.
Space-acillin.
Yes. Now, my next question is, what is the simulated strategic, what is the term, spatial relationship to this planet? Is it near any known threat areas or anything like that?
It's an area that is claimed by the Consortium.
Okay.
But it is far from any borders with any neighboring powers. It's actually fairly far away from everything, really. It's the space boonies. That's the reason why it hasn't been surveyed.
Right, which means we could expect... Okay, so crew, we could expect just about anything here. Probably routine. Could be just see how we work on a routine set of mission. So I'm expecting simulated distress signal, even a real one. Or possibly pirates or some sort of criminal organization hanging out in this backwater world. So we'll just go in, do it by the numbers, but keep our eyes open if anything goes pear-shaped.
Aye, sir.
So, Yuki, I'm going to want to make sure that our sensors and scanners and radios are on full maximum gain. So, any other thoughts, ideas?
You hear snoring from Avani's bunk.
In all fairness, you can probably go over the data later.
Well, you're not quite ready to start out yet, and space penicillin has, a weird effect. It knocks you out for like 5 minutes after you take it.
Yeah.
So that's normal.
But yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts or ideas, suggestions?
Graham is pretty much ready to go. There were no parts he specifically needed or anything like that that needed to be restocked.
Okay. Well, if you don't have
No,
any
that was
other
a question.
Oh, yeah, no, your spare parts list was restocked.
Okay.
What
no
you
problem.
had used was restocked by yeah, I'm sorry, I misinterpreted that. Yeah,
Just making sure.
everything's good.
Okay. Cool.
Yuki, anything else that you wish to bring up? Questions, comments, concerns
Nope, it all-
about this?
It sounds fairly standard.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
I'm gonna go take a nap. Falls asleep at the console.
Wow, that space penicillin must be contagious. Wait.
But as Graham walks away, he's like, nothing. There's no such thing as normal, and he's just walking away.
Okay then, guys. If it's all right with you, I'd like to call it here. Because, like, A, it gives you a cliffhanger, and B, like I said, I'm still pretty out of it from the stuff that's been going on this week.
Okay, well, I've just got one thing to say to that, Luca. Well done. Thank you. I enjoyed that.
Yay!
Yeah.
That was enjoyable.
I'm going to stop the recording now.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, people.
Bye-bye.